Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. And today I want to talk to you about something that started off as a small experiment, but ended up becoming a quiet turning point in my life. It's something I called the 30-day self-improvement challenge, but not the kind you see on Instagram. This isn't about waking up at 5 a.m., reading 100 pages of books, or drinking green smoothies in expensive glass jars. It was about healing, trying, and rebuilding trust with myself. So if you've ever felt stuck, overwhelmed, unmotivated, or like your life is on pause, this episode is for you. Backstory: why I even started this challenge. Let me tell you where I was before this started. It was a Tuesday. A regular, boring Tuesday. I had just come home after spending almost 5 hours in a cafe trying to work, but truthfully, I just sat there refreshing emails, half scrolling, half hoping something magical would just change. But nothing did. When I got home that night, I looked around my room and everything felt gray. I had dishes piling up, unopened messages, notebooks full of plans I hadn't touched in weeks. And worst of all, I felt like a ghost in my own life. Like I was waiting for energy, for motivation, for someone to rescue me from this fog. That night, I opened my journal and wrote, "I feel like I'm fading." And then under it, I wrote, "What if I try just 30 days of trying again? No rules, no pressure. Just 30 days of slowly coming back to life." That was day 0. Now I am going to tell you how I designed the challenge. I didn't want a rigid checklist. I wasn't trying to become a new person in 30 days. I just wanted to reconnect with the parts of myself that felt buried. My curiosity, my joy, my calm, my focus. So here's how I set it up. So I created 4 simple life areas I could pick from each day. My mind, my growth, my body. Each day I'd choose just one thing from any of these areas. Sometimes I planned ahead. Sometimes I woke up and asked, what would help me feel a little more alive today? And that's it. Now the interesting part, what the first week felt like. I remember on day 3, I told myself I'd do 15 minutes of stretching and meditate afterward. Guess what happened? I watched 2 episodes of a show, forgot the timer, and didn't stretch at all. But instead of quitting, I did something different. I forgave myself, and I counted organizing my study desk as my one small act for the day. 'Cause I did something. And that's the mindset that carried me. How things began to shift. So, by day 7 or 8, something subtle shifted. I began looking forward to these tiny moments. I wasn't overhauling my life, but I was noticing it again. I noticed how drinking warm lemon water in the morning made my stomach feel lighter. How opening my window and letting fresh air in cleared my mind. How spending just 10 minutes journaling made the rest of my day feel more grounded. It wasn't about changing the world. It was about changing how I met the world. Now, let's be real. If you're in school, university, or learning anything right now, you know how easy it is to fall behind. And once you do, it's terrifying to catch up. In my case, I had 2 online courses I'd signed up for and barely touched. Every time I looked at them, I felt guilt. So for the challenge, I made one simple rule. Just sit with the material for 10 minutes. One morning, I set a timer for 10 minutes and reviewed just 1 page of notes. That's all I did. But it felt so good. The next day, I opened a YouTube video on the topic and watched 15 minutes while having tea. Another day, I simply rewrote my notes in prettier handwriting to help me remember better. What I learned was, self-improvement in study doesn't mean pushing harder. It means making it less scary to start. 'Cause once you start, focus grows. The secret is, action creates motivation. You don't wait to feel ready. You move, and the feeling comes later. Here is the surprising part. Around day 12, I had a breakdown. Like tears rolling down my face, can't explain why kind of breakdown. I had been holding so much in, disappointment, comparison, regret, shame. And for the first time in a long time, I let myself feel it without numbing it. That night, my self-improvement act was simply writing down everything I was carrying, no filters, no edits. It was ugly. And healing. See, this challenge wasn't just about habits. It was about healing. About learning that improving your life doesn't always mean doing more. Sometimes it means doing less and listening more. By day 30, I wasn't a brand new person. But I was back in my life. I wasn't floating anymore. I was driving, slowly, steadily, but driving. My room didn't look Pinterest-worthy. But it felt like me again. My study goals weren't complete, but I was moving. I wasn't perfect, but I wasn't stuck. Most importantly, I felt proud of myself again. I didn't become a new person, but I became a kinder version of myself. What I want you to take from this: if you're thinking of starting your own 30-day self-improvement challenge, don't make it a punishment. Make it a reunion. A slow, steady reunion with the version of you that's been hiding. Start simple. Ask yourself, what is one small act today that helps me feel more like me? Not what others are doing. What you need. So here's your invitation. Start your own 30-day challenge. But do it like it's an act of self-love. Not a boot camp. Not a race. Just 30 days. One tiny win at a time. And if you mess up, that's okay. Drop a comment and tell me, what's the first small thing you'll do today just for you? Thank you so much for listening. I appreciate your time and presence here today. Until next time, take care. I will see you in the next episode.